if they could take down PBFIT. Unfortunately for them, PBFIT looked outstanding until their loss to X Factor. So a bit of a chink in the armor there in those Battle That Texas teams in the end of the prelims. So FIT did face some adversity in the prelims, and we'll see how they start out. They're going to be losing Chavez off the break, so that's some good scouting here and some great off-the-break shots. And they're going to shoot Mason out of the back center. This is an excellent start here for Uprising. See if PBFIT can clock in this 5-on-3.
Borromeo capitalizing right away, smashing into that Dorito side wedge. Looking to take some more ground now with no center players left for FIT. Nate Schrader filling over into the snake 2.
Well, Uprising needs to not get antsy and throw bodies away right now. They need to recognize that we're in a high body situation and capitalize. You need to be converting high body situations around 80% in order to win tournaments. Body, Johnson here for PBFIT. It's a nice move from Johnson. He's going to get up there and try to cut down that D side. Get that shot in on the wedge, cross field. So good cross field spread though for Uprising. And Sebaugh on an island for PBFIT back in D1.
This is like what we want to see from FIT. Moving up the snake, down bodies, trying to get a kill off that Dorito side, see if they can catch Borromeo to try to even up the bodies a little bit here, down 2.
Alec Collin in the back center, going back and forth with his gun, trying to figure out if he wants to get out. Doesn't need to right now with this high body situation. Could just keep pumping paint with all the pods on his back. Make sure that keeps his front players alive. Nate Schrader in that crucial snake 2 position. He's going inside and also down the sideline. Graham Arnold going to crawl up into outside snake 1.
And Nate was a little uncomfortable there for a second, battling on the Dorito side, trying to get that kill off Sebaugh. Now down the wire, making sure Johnson doesn't come any further.
Yeah, but good for Uprising, again, to not get antsy. It's point number 1. Sure, you got a big 2-body advantage, but no reason to flood down the field quite yet. Earn those moves.
Little reposition here, trying to make some moves in the middle.
Yeah, Alec Collin releasing from that back center, getting under the wedge, and now Alec Collin's going to commit to try to get the shot in on Johnson. Did he trade? He did. So trades in high body situations are crucial. Now it's a 4-on-2. Stewart gets into snake, outside snake 1, crossing it up with Sebaugh.
This is Nate Schrader's calling. He can get down that snake when he's ready, but high body situation, no need to go right away.
Yeah, principle as far as implementing the strategy here is the same. You have a 2-body advantage, so just be smart. And then PBFIT just going to hope somebody wants to engage in a reckless gunfight with them and win that gunfight, try to get a little closer on the bodies.
Yeah, and this is a point where we've seen a lot of teams just concede 4-on-2 situation in the backfield, but PBFIT going to play it out, see if they can catch Uprising sleeping.
Well, Greg, with how clutch Scott Stewart and Sebaugh have been, might as well just give them a little time.
Absolutely.
Why not? I mean, they've been heroes for this squad. And FIT running with a bit of a light line, only 6 bodies out there, but it looks like Sebaugh is going to get taken out from that D1 position, and now they're going to save Stewart a little pain and a little cleanup by conceding the point. Yep. I mean, hey, heavy guns though, Greg. Heavy guns.
You got to shoot somebody.
No, heavy guns. Yeah.
All right, everybody back center.
PBFIT, Chavez able to make it through the gap this time and make it clean, so Uprising, they're going to keep 5 bodies alive.
I love this move by Chavez. We saw X Factor do it before. You overslide that Dorito 1 on the far side, and you see the gap, the entry to the snake. Uprising first to drop a body out of that Dorito side can, and no presence in the snake for Uprising. They're going to have a tough time with Chavez shooting that gap.
Yeah, I love the gap that Chavez is shooting. He's back up off that spot, so you know, sometimes getting out of your bunker is still going to be safe, blocking players out, opposing players downfield, and can spend a little time shooting that gap. So they do get that kill and going to give themselves a 1-body advantage. I think that was Woodward taking the walk.
Johnson over here in the snake for FIT, trying to put it together, see if he can get around that knuckle. He does. The only one stopping him was the Dorito 1 high inside. It looks like he's going to try to take it all the way into the snake 3. This is looking good for FIT. No presence over here for Uprising. Graham stuck in that Hertz can. That pinch is getting tighter and tighter and still doubled up in the mini wall for Uprising.
Chavez is going to get a little help. Sebaugh pushes out to get behind him. FIT really not feeling much pressure at all. Body posture looking pretty good for them.
Johnson all the way down the snake here, shooting at the Dorito 1 for Uprising. Here comes Mason.
Yeah, Johnson is just on their side right now, trying to get that crossfield kill on D1, but Johnson pushing the issue in this high body situation and looking good. Wasting no time to get all the way down the snake.
Yeah, I don't think Uprising really has an opportunity to get into the snake at this point. Mason standing through the middle. Chavez still shooting that entry zone.
Mason almost gets caught trying to get across the gap. Might have had to dodge a stream and gets in clean. Two bodies trapped in that mini wall for Uprising. Fighting for their lives. Bodies swarming down the field. Great comms from Scott Stewart. Sebaugh gets in front of Chavez on the D side, but the push is all snake side right now in middle here for FIT.
Uprising's only hope is Nate Schrader to try to get a shot here on Mason. He keeps coming over the top, and they get it.
Huge kill on Mason. Might be getting a shot here on Johnson. Johnson getting to check. The referee saw something too. We're going to see a minor penalty assessed that's going to take out Scott Stewart. So what a great job here. Oh, but I think Schrader got shot there by Stewart right before he got pulled. So that's going to turn it into a 3-on-2. Sebaugh comes all the way back to the can, has to, as it's just him and Chavez left alive after a bit of a disaster. That minor penalty on the push for Jacob Johnson.
This is that scrappiness we were describing about Uprising. They're never out of the match. That looks really bad for them. FIT going to fill all the way out to the tortilla tower from the Dorito side. Now a one-on-one on this side with Graham from Uprising.
Great fill out by Jacob. Sebaugh, though, getting all the way across the field to spread it out. Sitting on that lane in front of Chavez, but Uprising with the lead and an extra body out there. Need to be careful on this close here, Greg.
Yeah, it's going to be all up to Graham over here right now. He's going to be in the most dangerous spot in that snake too. Chavez trying to find Graham right now in the snake. Has Sebaugh creeping into the snake one?
Yeah, Jacob Sebaugh. And Jonathan Chavez here for PBFIT.
What a turn of events. Uprising now in a bit of a lockdown mode. Great positioning. Snake 2 did a small Dorito wedge, and now back center to keep Chavez at bay on the Dorito side.
And they can be very patient here. They don't need, sure, love an extra point. You always love points. But with the lead and the way this field's playing and the extra body, they might as well just try to get in some good spots. Maybe get up a little bit farther. I mean, they could do it from here too. But they know eventually Chavez and Sebaugh have to push into these guns.
And so it starts. Chavez going to make that move into the big Dorito wedge. Sebaugh creeping into the snake too. I love this aggression in a low body situation. They know they need the point, and they don't want to throw away that start they had at the beginning of this point.
Yeah, more comms right now for Uprising, because if you're FIT, it's all the way across the field, and if you yell, you have to be careful, right? You want to have some communication, but if you start screaming too loud, Graham Arnold might be able to hear what Sebaugh's saying and know exactly where he is. This is when you just have to keep eyes on your teammate a lot of times.
Yeah, Uprising not really taking any bites in the gunfights here. Chavez able to creep into that 50 brick with the back center. I think that's Holland for Uprising.
Yeah, so good position here for Chavez. Arnold not looking that way. Arnold just gunfighting down the sideline with Sebaugh. Now Arnold shifts off that lane to get back on the middle lane. There's actually no gun on Chavez right now. Arnold's looking that way, but no one's shooting that way. And then Holland in the back center, he's going to move up to the mini wall to get better eyes on the D side. Perfect job here from Holland. So now he's got that Overwatch essentially protecting, what's that? There for Uprising.
Oh, and they get the shot on Chavez.
Yeah, so Borromeo over there, they get the kill on Chavez, and that is going to concede the point. So it looked like it was going to be all FIT. They were up a body all the way on Uprising side of the field, but Uprising in a bend don't break moment did not break. Got a little, and then they just slowly, but not slowly but surely, very quickly, winning 3 tournaments in a row, World Cup champs, became the best team in the world. They're currently sitting #1 overall here.
Yeah, and haven't showed a lot of holes in their game plan right now until this match. A couple chinks in the armor.
In the last one against X Factor too, but yeah, it's big moment right now for PBFIT. Can they come back with only 6 minutes and 17 seconds to work with? Good break here for Uprising to keep 5 bodies alive, but a really good break here for PBFIT. Stewart goes on the attack now in the snake, and he's going to get very quickly into snake 3. So Uprising really needs to figure out that Scott Stewart is in that spot before they start marching up on that D side. He might have already gotten a kill. Referee's going to come in, and no, it looks like he's good to go. They're going to spin Cyrus Garinger. Garinger getting a spin. He's going to be playing behind Scott Stewart.
Quick moves by PaintballFIT to put the pressure on the Dorito side for Uprising. Nate Schrader looking to make a few adjustments over there. Stuck in the mini wall currently.
So Uprising getting into some good spots. They're going to improve their position. I think that's Nate Schrader who they switched over to the D side, making his move into the mini wedge. Still 5-on-5, which bodes well for Uprising.
Cyrus over here on the wrap from the tortilla tower, trying to put some pressure on. I thought Nate was in that mini wall, but the two players in the middle, Holland, and I think it's Nate. Nate's in two places.
Just with the hair, maybe it is still Borromeo. No, yeah, no, it's Nate is at the mini wall. It's Borromeo that made the move into the wedge. Yeah, Borromeo's been the go-to guy over there mostly.
Sitting here in front of Graham Arnold in the snake too, and you can just see the twitch of his hand as he's getting ready for Scott Stewart to challenge him down the wire here.
Yeah,
Stewart, no interest.
I just thought for a second maybe because this is something Uprising would do because Nate goes everywhere, is just to put him in a different position to throw PaintballFIT off.
Sure. I'm loving his versatility in that mini wall though. He's not dedicated to one zone, but he's a threat on both sides. So it'd have to be spidey senses for Chavez to get through there.
So Mason making the move up to the wedge to help out Stewart. They got a good cross. Stewart looking D side. Mason looking over. Make sure no one runs down Stewart towards the snake side.
If we can see Stewart hold Borromeo into that small wedge, there is an opportunity for Mason to break through and do that wedge-to-wedge move over here on the snake side to try to get a shot on Graham Arnold.
Getting across and into the D3 position. Seabaugh, Cyrus Garinger going to crawl up. PaintballFIT does, when they're chasing points, they do a really good job of this, Greg. They'll get a good solid break to try to get a kill, take a risk here, so the risk was to get Stewart up early, and then slowly but surely they stack, kind of like the Russians, they stack up on those 30, 40, 50-yard lines, and then they're patient, and then try to get a coordinated push to get that point.
Yeah, and it continues as Chavez does catch Nate Schrader off the zone and makes his way into that big wedge on the Dorito side. That's going to start putting Graham in a tough position here. He's been posted down the wire, just trying to hold Scott Stewart, and now Cyrus Garinger at bay. But as more ground cuts taken away over there for FIT, he's going to have a tough time surviving.
Seabaugh going to cut to the middle, makes it clean, gets to the tower. From some of these top teams, we're seeing a little bit more of a middle push to close. The middle push to close has been there, but PaintballFIT really showed us this yesterday a bit. So did Legion. Mason not feeling any pressure here at the wedge. He's going to just keep his eyes downfield to make sure he has all these positions properly identified.
Let's see if the trap falls into place here for PaintballFIT. Cyrus able to get the wire from Graham Arnold, but if Graham leans back or looks inside at all, Seabaugh's going to tear him apart.
Down to right around 240 here and still chasing two. This is a big bite here for Holland to get out behind Arnold, and he makes it clean. What a huge fill from Alec Holland.
Yeah, a brilliant move. That actually put them in a much better position, but losing Borromeo on the Dorito side.
Yeah, that's a tough death right there. Now they lose that outside body on the D side. Going to give a lot of freedom to these attackers here from PaintballFIT.
Still one body alive in that Dorito 1 for Uprising, but that we've seen it. That bunker gets really tough as the progress on the snake side happens. The bounce shot off the Dorito side makes that Dorito 1 almost impossible to play.
You were a Dorito side player. It's just tough when you're in those Doritos. It's not like an Aztec. You only have a couple options of where you can gunfight from. So if you're getting pinched from both sides, you can't really change levels all too much.
Right, and with no straight edges, you're just at an angle, and currently looking into the sun a little bit, it gets to be really, really tough. But we've seen Uprising in this position already against FIT, and they pulled it out. So they're not out of the game. Still 4 bodies alive.
Well, and because FIT is chasing 2, yeah, they have a 1-body advantage. We're down to 1:36. So you got, this is not a team that's going to play at a pace where they only need 1, knowing they need 2, knowing their tournament's on the line. We are going to see a release here, probably in the next, I'd say, 15 seconds. And here it comes right now. Scott Stewart's going to go through. Does not get shot. Perfect job by Scott Stewart. That's probably going to do it. No, looks like Alec Holland wraps around. Minor penalty going to be assessed, though, on Uprising. Mason going to get shot. This is burning a little bit more time. FIT should be able to get this point as Cyrus Garinger is going to get the shot in on Nate's pack, leaving just 1 body. Ooh, and a minor penalty assessed here on FIT. That's going to turn it into a 1-on-1 as Seabaugh gets pulled on Chavez's penalty. but Woodward has no idea that Cyrus Geringer is still alive, and so he's going to get that kill, and we got ourselves a 1-point match with just 50 seconds left to go. Great heads-up play to keep calm in the chaos here for Cyrus Geringer.
The miners are plaguing FIT. The big thing for Uprising right now, one, can you get some kills off the break? That would be a huge help, very obviously. But are they going to commit a body into the snake off the break or head out to the tortilla tower? Because if FIT gets in there off the break, it could be a problem.
Huge moment right now for both of these squads. Tournament hopes on the line as a big flash of a body. We see Chavez dive and stay alive, getting into that wedge. Here comes Uprising, though. They keep 5 bodies alive. No one's dropped for either squad here as we're approaching 30 seconds. Big move from Cyrus Geringer. He goes all the way into Uprising's Doritos as they lose their first body. So it's a 5-on-4 situation here on this last second close. Under 30. They get the shot in on Cyrus. I think they do. He's going to take the slow walk off. They also shoot Chavez. Holding the line still with 4 bodies here. It's looking good for Uprising. They're going to get a shot in on Sebaugh. No, Sebaugh's still alive. But Sebaugh, no one put a ball on Sebaugh. I think there's still a body left alive here. It's going to be a 1-on-1 with 3 seconds left to go. And if there's a no penalty, time is going to expire. And Uprising is going to knock out the #1 seed at this tournament. Congratulations to Uprising in an upset victory here to head on to the semifinals.
Hey guys, we are here with Graham Arnold. Unbelievable match. You just beat the top team in this division. How are you feeling?
Feels great. The team is playing really well, playing really connected on this field, and I think we're going to win this.
That's awesome. And so how are you taking that energy into the next match, into the semifinals?
We don't need to change anything. We have the best shooters in the game, and this field really plays that way. We just got to win the first few points and lock it down and stay connected, and so we don't need to change anything. These other teams need to change their game plans to beat us.
Oh, I love that. And I hear you're out here with some childhood friends. How good does it feel to play with friends on the stage?
I mean, that's our secret sauce. I'm playing paintball with my best friends. I've been playing with them since I was 12 years old, so it's hard to beat a team like that.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us, Graham. Appreciate you. Good luck. And it's Cabby, and you are watching Major League Paintball.